Alright, back with another video. I know it's been a minute, but this project, the 496 stroker, okay, it just got a front accessory drive, and that came from espeedpro. It's one of the lower price kits, but of course these lower price kits, you don't get a parts list, you don't get installation instructions, you get a box and packaging. That's about all you get. There it is. It went on pretty easily. You can figure it out pretty simply. It's a pretty good kit, I guess. It looks good. But here's the bad. Here comes the bad with it. One thing I didn't like, and I guess that's why everybody uses electric pumps with these, because this kit bolts right to the water pump on both sides. So if your water pump goes bad and you got to change it, the whole thing has to come off. Now, if you had an electric pump, you could just pull the motors out of those, because they come with the bolt-on ears and elbows and all that stuff. So, preference, I guess. But the other thing is, there's a few things right here at the cylinder head. See that back of your alternator hitting that cylinder? It's hitting. It's actually touching. Not much. This is an optical illusion. You got plenty of room right there. And this is the meaty part of the cylinder head right there. So I'm just gonna have to go in there and clean that up just a little bit. Try and get, just so it ain't touching. You know, make sure it ain't touching, because you know it's never good when shit's touching. So we'll just go in there and clean that up. But some other issues with it is when they send you this kit, they send you this crankshaft bolt, but this crankshaft bolt, here's the old 327. That's a 7/16 by 20 for a small block Chevy. Big Chevys use half 20 bolts. They use big bolts. These right here, half 20 grade 8s. And you need a longer one than your factory one, because they give you a spacer plate that goes in here to line all this stuff up with the crank, and that spacer plate is 7/16 hole. You need to drill that to a ½ inch for the half 20 bolt for the big Chevy, which isn't a big deal. Just block it up and drill it. It's not a big deal. And then the bolts for the harmonic balancer. Yeah, yet again, they sent cap screw, stainless, fine thread. Well, big Chevy balancers, well, at least the one I have is coarse thread, so you got to get bolts for that. And now back to this belt. The belt they send you comes like right here and does just like that. You know, it's just way short. And I can't get them to respond on, you know, the belt issue. So I had to play a magical belt, but the belt that fits this pretty good is a Gates belt, right there, K080774, and a K080776 will fit, because this tensioner has two settings. I don't know if you can see that down in there. See those two bolt holes? One's up and one's down. It's on the lower one for a longer belt. If you raise it up, you need a shorter belt. So there's a couple belts that you can use for this. But other than that, it seems to be a pretty good kit. Where they're sourcing their parts from, I have no idea. But guess we'll find out how durable they are. And that is a 140 amp one wire, by the way. I did opt for that. And it was 496 stroker. Already pre-oiled. It'll get pre-oiled again before we crank it up. But yeah, roller motor, 4-bolt main. Advertised at 590 or 585 horsepower. So we'll see. But there's that front drive kit. I haven't really found much on these online, so I figured I'd make a quick video. Nice thick front main plate. All stainless hardware. I mean, it looks good. It's a good looking kit, but we'll see how it runs, you know. And also I'm switching over to the metric pump. I still have to get that special line for that, but that is about it. So oh, and one other thing, if anybody has any information on what aftermarket tensioner will work on these, and this one here has a center locating bolt and 2 locating pins. So I didn't see a part number anywhere on this thing. So these typically go a lot, so you want to make sure you can figure that one out. But I haven't found the part number out on it, or what one will replace it, and if you replace it with one, what does it change the belt? Because these have different spacing. But yeah, if anybody has any idea on what part number to use for that, and or the corresponding belt, would greatly help with these. But questions, comments, let me know. Till next time, talk to you later.